in technology industry, specifically in the technology industry. And we will be opening our first after school coding camp this Thursday. I think that's a big deal, as that is the future. Code is the future language. And also too, I invited as well to come on. They said they'll come on and talk briefly about the project at the corner of Mallory Road and Flat Shoals Road. Previously, it was a 27 cottage home community for seniors 55 and up in perpetuity. And there was going to be ranging in from 250 square feet to 1,000 square feet. So that did not go through, could not get the consensus for council to change that or add to an existing zoning. So therefore, they're going to build the development that they can build. Still has to be rezoned from AG1. And this is going to be an 8-home conclave. And I believe the price ranges of these homes starts at $350 and up. And so I did want to give them the opportunity to come on and speak about it before we go to the community at large. And so that would be Miss Reba Berry. Let me see, is Reba Berry is on. Yes. So Miss Berry, then we're gonna come after you, see you after Miss Berry. So Miss Berry, go ahead.
Yes.
You have the floor.
Hi. How are you all doing today? I hope everybody's doing good. But we, as Corey stated, he's helped us out tremendously since last April. We were going to do tiny homes. We listened to the community, and the community wanted the values of their existing homes to increase. So we came up with Elysium, which will be the name of the subdivision. We're currently in the rezoning phase of things. And it's going to have 8 beautiful modern-style homes, 3 stories, mezzanine, very nice features to the home. We are at the corner of Flat Shoals and Mallory. We will be sending out notices to the neighborhood. The homes, we are hoping with our price range, as you all know, with materials and lumber, we are ideally will probably be between actually $380 and $425, depending on the options that the buyer might want in the home. But they are going to be very nice. The modern style, bringing the city, I'll say, of Atlanta City and other places, especially when it comes up north, New York, even in California. We wanted to bring a little bit different flavor to the area, something that everybody can grasp, something that everybody would love. So Elysium is born. It should kick off. We're hoping to be rezoned by May to start development this year. And it will be really, really nice for the community. It's going to enhance the area, bring more appeal.
Thank you, Ms. Berry. I appreciate that. If anybody have any questions for Ms. Berry at this time, please raise your hand and Tamiko will ask the question, or you can put it in the chat.
I got my hand up, Corey. Corey.
Go ahead, Jane.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't catch the name of the subdivision again.
It's going to be Elysium, Elysium.
Oh, Elysium. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, Elysium. Yes, and the homes will range anywhere. We have 2 styles, 2 floor plans. One would be about 2,200 square feet. The other one, 2,120. 3 stories, nice features, and mezzanine on top, one in the front and one in the back. They're going to be really nice, large windows. You all are really, really going to like it.
And so had the groundbreaking already started? You already been approved?
No, the groundbreaking has started. So we were doing tiny homes. Like I said, we listened to the community. So we're having to rezone from that. So we're currently into there. We're hoping to break ground if everything goes like it should this summer.
And I'm sorry, I didn't catch. What's the price range again?
We're going to range anywhere from $380 to $425. That may change because as you know, with everything going on with materials, lumber, also the area, the values, they may change, but right now we're looking between 380 and 425.
And how many?
We're going to do 8. It's going to be a really nice private enclave, as Corey likes to call it, but 8 homes existing on this
8?
site.
Like
Yes,
8? Like
ma'am. 8.
8?
8. Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 8 homes. Okay. Okay, very
Yes,
good.
we didn't want to go too large right there. It's just if you go take a ride by, and like I said, we're going to send out to the public. If you take a ride by, you'll see the size of the lot. We wanted to give space in between, have a nice little cul-de-sac. We're going to have some green space. So just a small, quaint community.
Okay, and
All right, go ahead, Ms. Jane, because I'm getting ready to go to the next one. Do you have an actual question?
okay. That's all for me. Thank you.
All right, we'll come back.
Okay, thank you.
That's okay. I'm good. Thank you, honey.
Ms. Johnson?
Hi, how are you? Okay, are any of these houses gonna have a master on the main, or are they all gonna be upstairs?
It depends. We will have a master on the second level. They won't have one on the main. It'll be on the second and the third level.
So these houses gonna be 3 storage?
Yes, ma'am. They're going to be 3 stories. Yes, with the mezzanine on top.
Oh, okay. That's it for me.
Thank you. And if you all have anything further, if you don't mind, Corey, I can give them my information. If you all want to take it down, if you have any other questions, my number is 404-579-3845. And I will be more than happy to answer any questions. I can send you all the plans that we have, anything that you all would like for you all to see exactly what's coming. So
Well, I do just have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, this is Miss McKee, and thank you for coming
Miss
this
McKee.
evening.
No
Will
problem.
there be any type of amenities?
No, so we're going to have some green space. We're not, because it's so small, this is more of a private setting. So Ms. McKee, we wanted all of that and had that planned out with the tiny home community, but we did not get the support like we thought we would with that. So we had to really change this up. And with that, we're going to have some nice green space where you can come out, it'll be a cul-de-sac. Everybody can come and sit and talk if they want to, but no amenities.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ms. Berry, it won't still have that track that's around the perimeter that's gone too?
No, we weren't able to do that as well due to staying within the codes for fire and the codes that you all have set in South Fulton. A lot of things were taken away from us. The lot would have been perfect for the tiny home. Yeah, we had to kind of change up a lot of things.
Right, we want to get away from the word tiny. We like cottage homes of 250 square feet and above.
I love
me
cottage.
personally.
I know.
And
exactly.
so, because
I
people
agree.
want that space. But I do want to say this, and
agree.
we're going to, and I do want to say this, is we're going to try again, as there's no process as going through this. I had called myself creating a process as they came, the developers came to me, and I took it right to the communities who was directly affected by this development, got the leaders of those areas and to sign off on it. And then before I go to the larger community at hand. And so somehow that process was skipped, and the last one to get everybody up in arms for something that was going to be a good development for senior living, but neither here nor there. We're at the point here, and I believe that this is what the community talked about in these type of homes and bringing up home values in the area. So Ms. Berry, thank you, and to your development group for getting this done. And I will say and add that she is a veteran. And so these will be done by veterans. And so I always appreciate that. And thank you so much for your service. And thank you for jumping on this call.
I have one more question.
Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am.
So How will that affect the value of the one level homes that are on Mallory?
It will increase it. Anytime you come in, so I've been a real estate agent since '99. Anytime you bring something of this nature to the area, because I've been studying the values, this is definitely going to increase the value of the homes within that surrounding community.
Even though they're not the same kind of homes.
Yes, even though they're not the same, yours will still increase. So whenever you come into a community, you're going to have various style, various type of homes. And the new development, they always bring everything around up. And as you know, the market today is really, really, we're seeing some things happen some trends happening we didn't even think could. So we are actually bringing the value, which that is what the community asked for. And that's what this developer, and it's actually Kenlon Investments, that is actually developing the property. I'm the real estate agent on the property, but we listened and we decided to build these style homes. So yes, it's going to positively impact every surrounding area and even hope to bring more commercial businesses to the area as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So with your property values going up and the assessments, the millage rate may stay the same, but you see an increase in your taxes, well, it's the cost of doing business. And so,
yes.
And I would just go ahead and, let everyone know that you will potentially more than likely see that on the following year's bill after construction is completed. But thank you again, Ms. Berry. I appreciate
I
you
have
so much.
one more question. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, Ms. Johnson. Oh, go ahead. No, don't be sorry. This is for you to ask.
I have one more question. Are these gonna be brick or are they gonna be what kind of siding or what we doing there?
Yes, they're going to be brick. We will have brick fronts on one of them will be a brick front. The other will be hardy plate siding. Very good material to build your home.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Ms. Berry, I would be remiss if I didn't ask this question. Will it have a detention pond on that property?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and we can talk further as we look for a sustainable, low maintenance detention pond. So when you turn them over to the HOA, that they don't go broke just getting the detention pond. So we can have further conversation and you can just, dial it up as we will look to provide you with some of those solutions.
Oh, I would so appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Reeves.
Hey, listen here. This is what we try to do all we can to help.
Thank you. You have been a big help to the entire project. So thank you.
Indeed. Thank you so much. All right. So in between our next special guest, which is I'm gonna have the honor to introduce, last week we had a South Fulton trivia question, and I was gonna say in the winner, whoever got the answer was gonna get 2 tickets to the play. So, Ms. Leverage, did we get the Q&A?
Yes, let me go pull it up. So keep going and I'll pull it up.
Okay, so now, if anybody has a suggestion on the fair and balanced way to do this, please offer any suggestion that you have. As I'm saying that we're just gonna, everybody turn on your screens, and then we're gonna just all say the answer one time, and we're gonna see who blurted out the first. So we can do that, because if we leave it to the chat, it's going to be, might be a perceived issue. But I'm going to go whatever the people want to do and how they want to do it. Let's roll with it, guys. Somebody's going to be happy with going to the play in the Southwest Arts Theater. Any suggestions?
See my glasses open.
Okay. Huh? Yeah.
What are we waiting on? What are we doing?
The Q&A, we're waiting on the Q&A for the South Fulton trivia. Hello? Hello?
I'm logging into my email to pull up the question.
Okay. Yeah, so just bear with us for a hot second. And we'll be right there with that. Does anybody have any issue that what they want to bring forth? Issue, concern, recommendations, anything?
I have a question. Corey, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
On Hampton Court, there are two big box trucks, an Enterprise one and a unmarked, a former U-Haul truck. What are the rules for box trucks on residential streets? I know this probably has come up, but I just need a refresher. Because they're normally gone during the hours that any being able to report them. So what are the rules for that?
I think that they can't be parked on the side of the street, particularly hinders from them going going by, impeding traffic. And I know that the police deal with that, so I will get an official correspondence from them. It is your authoritative response. And so, and that's about box trucks being parked on the side.
Yeah,
is this during any particular hour, or is this overnight?
You know, I got my cameras going. So the Enterprise one, it's normally overnight, and then it leaves like early in the morning, and it drives really fast that it shakes my townhouse. And then the unmarked the U-Haul one, it's actually backed up in a person's driveway.
Yes, I will get the PD response on that and get back with you, and I can give you a buzz.
Yeah, you could tell them if if someone wants to like check it out. It's Hampton Court, and they can ride through at night because normally they'll get up and go to work in the morning. So it's early in the morning, and they're normally gone. Non-emergency. I'm reading as people are typing in the chat. Thank you, everyone.
All righty, I have a question.
All right. Those who want to participate, put your cameras on you, and as we're gonna say the answer, and let's see who just bursts it out. So is that a fair process?
Well, we'll see.
Well, I asked for suggestions, so
All
let's roll with it. Let's roll the dice.
All righty.
Tamiko, you are up.
All righty. Mahalia Jackson sparked a speech with Martin Luther King Jr. Does anybody know what the name of the speech is? Mahalia Jackson sparked a speech for Martin Luther King Jr. Which speech was it?
I think they thought they was gonna get multiple choice.
I don't know. I have
I
a
think I
speech.
had a
This-
dream.
I have a dream speech. This is Jane.
I think Miss Jane get it. I started to say it's not a trick question.
Yes, what else could it be? I don't know.
I know. I'm like, what's the most famous speech?
I just
Hey, listen.
Look,
I
just
don't know how-
name one.
Hey, Jane, I don't know how this works, but you know what I mean? But good deal. And so I don't know, is there something against giving candidates tickets? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we got to give it to the community.
Cause see, you campaign, you know what I mean? So we gotta roll the dice. But however, I know she gonna give it away out there. So contact one of your fellow neighbors on this call and bless them. So okay,
Yeah.
well, listen here.
I forgot she running for office. We don't want no hookups.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We're not going to as
Yell it
we
out real
Oh
quick.
Lord
Somebody
Jesus.
else yell it out real quick.
hey, listen here. He's real, and I'm
I
trying
have
to
a
tell
dream speech. You said
Who
holler it
said
out.
Who said
Sheila
it?
Brown. Sheila Brown.
Sheila Brown.
All right, there you go. Look at Brandy coming over.
We love you, Sheila. Thank you. And we love you, Brandy. And so, good deal. That's settled. So,
Hold on. What just happened?
you have no more tickets, and they gone. So you can't. You got to be out campaigning. You got to be campaigning.
I'm here answering something fair and square, and
You did.
only after I answered the
You
question.
did. And I should have said no candidates.
All right,
No
let me
candidate participation. I mean, look here. That's just the last thing that we would need. But however, Jane, you a blessing. Look here. That's part of service. You get this. The
I'll
Lord
mute
giveth. Hey,
I'll
look here.
mute.
The Lord giveth. The government taketh away. Okay. So, good
Mr.
here.
Chairman?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hey,
it's
how you
Jennifer.
doing?
Hi, it's Jennifer Freeman with Chairman Rod Pitt's office. How are you all?
Oh, super fantastic. Miss Freeman, I'm going to introduce the next speaker. Can we hold you to the end?
Oh,
Because
yes,
I think you have some
sure.
valuable information, and I want to be able for everybody to garner all of that.
Absolutely.
Right.
My
So thank you so
pleasure.
much. So
Okay.
one of the this gives me special privilege, as when I met this young man, he has a remarkable story, and how he also wants to give back to the community, and he started Leapfrog, and so and now he has expanded upon that, and we are opening he is opening the very first after-school coding program in the city of South Fulton. As we know, technology is the future. I want to be known as a technology district, and we want to attract the hubs and startups. And this is one of a pivotal point and to get us going in the right direction. And with that, it's starting in the basement of a church. And if anybody knows history of some of the colleges, historical colleges, like Morehausen, they started in the basement of a church. And so I want to give him the floor so he could tell you all of what he's got going on and what he's doing and what he's going to continue to do for this community and for our youth. With that being said, it gives me great pleasure to introduce, I call him Jit, Mr. Jit. You are up, sir.
Well, thank you for that introduction, Corey. I appreciate your kind words. So yeah, we've been in the community since 2008. This is our 15th year of operation in childcare, and it was a rough go around at the beginning. As soon as we opened the daycare, the 2008 financial crisis hit, and we were almost bankrupt. But we kept at it, we kept grinding away, and I've always wanted to kind of give the after-school children something that they could be proud of, enter a building where they can really shine and get the same type of care and attention and education that the towns in North Atlanta get. So we were really focused on not something that's just good for South Fulton. We wanted something that's good for any child in Fulton County, whether it's Buckhead or Brookhaven or whatever. So we decided to open an after-school program that is focused on coding. And back in the 80s and 90s, and even now, people focused on a foreign language. They thought, oh, what's your language that you're going to speak? Spanish or French or whatever. I believe that the most important language of the future is going to be coding. That's the language that's going to be able to get you the most plentiful jobs and the biggest incomes in the future. So our ultimate goal is we can house 90 children in the lower level of the First Missionary Baptist Church at the intersection of Flat Shoals and Buffington Road. Our goal is not to fully train and create coders at a young age. Our goal is to expose these children to coding so that they've got some victories under the belt with a computer, so that when it's time to go to high school or college, they're not going to be intimidated by that world. They're going to feel like, well, I've actually done this before. I've done this work before. So they're going to feel like it's more of a achievable option. So that's what Leapfrog Tech is going to be all about. I just got off the phone earlier with the president of the Greater Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce, and they've decided to work with us as well for a mentorship program. So our ultimate goal is to have every single child have an entrepreneur as a mentor to kind of guide them as well, on top of another layer on top of the coding that we're going to offer. So, we don't want to sit there and change the school system. That's too big of a hurdle for us. But I feel the after school is the little magic formula where we can influence our youth in the community to improve things. So yeah, our grand opening is on Thursday. None of this would have happened without Corey Reeves. I had no interest in actually doing it in that area because I just didn't know we would be supported. But when Corey got elected and I spoke to him, he gave us so much support and guidance. So without him, this 1000% would not be here. So I'd like to thank him for making this happen for District 5. We're a nonprofit, and we're just trying to give back a little bit. We have a school in Haiti that we opened in 2010. That's still running now. 73 kids we took off the streets, and we feed them 3 meals a day and offer them a really nice education. And that happened as well because we had assistance, we had help with the church out there. So in life, I've realized that no man is a self-made man. You can only get to places in life with help from others. And this certainly is an example of that. And I just wish everybody can come out and support us at 11 a.m. at First Missionary Baptist Church. Pastor C.L. Carter will be giving the opening prayer, and the South Fulton Chamber of Commerce will be there too to kind of do the opening. And we're going to be a work in progress. We're going to keep chipping away until we get good enough to replicate our program in other locations in South Fulton. So that's our plan. And I'm open to any questions.
May I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the date. You said 11 a.m. What day is this?
This Thursday. So I think that's April 7th, I believe. Yeah, April 7th.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
No more questions.
What was the name of the church again?
First Missionary Baptist Church. It's the big church at the intersection of Flat Shoals and Buffington.
Did you mention the age of the kids for this program?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't give any details about that, did I? The age of the program is 5 years old to 12 years old. So we're going to start off with the older children, probably like 10, 11, 12, to get flowing with the program. And then we'll expand once we nail down that age range, we're going to expand to younger ages. But we're going to be able to house 90 children up to ages 5 to 12 years old.
When would the program start? Did you give us that?
It's already started, but we're having the grand opening on Thursday. So
Okay.
we had the soft opening a couple of weeks ago. We wanted to get our ducks in a row before we have a grand opening,
And how do the parents register their kids for this program?
They just go on our website, leapfrog.care. I can put it in the chat right now. And then there's an application form on there. About, I would say 85% of our kids attend for free through the CAPS program, which is like if you, and right now there's a ton of money for that due to the pandemic. But if you make a certain amount, you'll get either subsidized or even free childcare. Yeah, that includes after school care. A lot of parents don't realize that. So, especially if you're on food stamps, you definitely can qualify. And yeah, most parents go for free.
I have a question. You have grandparents who have custody of kids. How would that work for them if they're not the direct parent?
Actually, if grandparents have custody of the kids, they are a priority to get government funding for childcare. It's one of the high priority groups. So if they truly have custody and have all the paperwork, they can, there's a lot of benefits out there for them. And people think childcare funding ends once the child enters public school, but that's not the case. There's childcare funding all the way up to 12 years old, because the government realizes that parents have to work till 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:30. So the state will pay for we pick up from about 5 elementary schools in the area, like S.L. Lewis, Feldwood, Gullett, Bethune, I think Heritage as well. And so we pick up from the schools and we bring them to our facility.
What are the hours for the program, and are all the seats full?
Our hours are 2 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. And during the summer, we have a summer camp. So we're open all year round. So once school finishes, it's going to be like 8 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. And that's going to be more like a regular daycare summer camp. Our coding is usually through the school year. Right now, we have about 55 to 60 children, and our capacity is 90. We're going to be doing a 20,000 flyer mail out starting in June to invite people out and come to our open house in the beginning of August. So I think by then we'll be full, but right now we have about 30 spots available.
Your grand opening is Thursday at 11 a.m. Can you all can we Zoom in for that or whatever? Because some of us are working still. We're working from home, but we just can't leave and come at 11 a.m. in the morning. I mean, if we're interested in supporting the program.
Yeah, I can look into that for sure. I didn't actually think about that, but we're all going to be outdoors and stuff like that. So I'll speak to our tech person and we'll see if we can set that up. Yes, ma'am. Somebody raising their hand? Oh.
What kind of coding will they learn?
So I'm an Indian, but I'm not really into IT, which is quite rare. Even though I'm into childcare and running facilities. My business partner is a graduate of Georgia Tech, and he's actually handling the entire system. So we're working on finding 2 to 3 different software programs that introduce coding to children. And it's not really like a technical coding program where kids get bored. This is going to look like a game to them. They're going to think they're actually playing a game. In reality, they're learning how to code. So we're working with 3 different companies to kind of figure out which one we want to choose. Once we choose that one correct software that really resonates with our kids, that's the one we're going to buy and share with everybody. Right now we have 25 computers that we just purchased, 25 laptops that will have the chosen software that we're going to be choosing.
All right, do you need volunteers?
Absolutely. Yeah. Just need to do a criminal background check on any volunteers that come. And if any of you guys want to just come visit and check it out, you're more than welcome to. Of course, we just started 2 weeks ago. So we're going to be a little bit, a little bit chaotic until we get our ducks in a row. We're going to just get better. Our goal is to get 1% better every day. So But you're more than welcome to come by and have a look, have a tour anytime you like. I'll put my cell number on the chat, so just text me or call me whenever, and I can arrange that.
Well, Mr. Jett, I'll just tell you, as this has been a long day coming, and I know that you have persevered through all the bumps and bruises, but to get to this point, the achieved goal is well worth it, as 90 children from in and around this community, their lives are now on a new trajectory path forward, as they have an opportunity for something that is going to be the future that they're going to grow right into as they move along and move ahead. And so this is truly no child left behind, because we're not leaving them behind in the get-go. So we want to make sure that is on an equal playing field. And just to let you know how important this is, I started 2 years ago saying, get used to this word automation, because of the lack and the shortage of workers getting that government check or whatever their circumstances is, but not working, but just started easier. So, and now, as y'all go different places, y'all see for yourselves, like the shortage, what it actually feels like. And so automation is coming. So on those machines and gadgets and everything else, they're gonna need to be programmed, they're gonna need to be maintained. And this is definitely on the right path to have our youth grow into a demanding career. And so I appreciate you, Mr. Jett, for doing that, because I believe this is the first of many. And I believe look for technology firms to come, startups to come, as this is what we want to attract. And so I appreciate that. And thank you for choosing the 5th district. And I'm just gonna give y'all a personal thing for me is, see on that corner, that's the only corner of the city of South Fulton. And I still have a fundamental disconnect. I just can't agree. They tore down a church to put a Amazon warehouse right there. I mean, I just can't get over that, as this cornerstone will stay, and we are innovative and creating new ways. And we should have that entire strip of tech hubs. I would love to see that. And so we're going to do everything we can to attract them and make it happen. So
I looked up this information, and as of, it says, what percentage of tech is Black? According to the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the percentage of Black employees in high-tech industries is 7.4%.
we will increase those numbers. That's a fact.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And 90 kids though too. And so the opportunity to maybe do a trade mission over in Haiti. So before they even get to high school, they have tattoos on their passport. And so I just love it. And I love the opportunity for our youth that is coming, and for people like you who brings it here. And we certainly welcome it, sir.
No, thank you, Corey. Again, this you made us very welcome, and you helped us a lot. It took us 12 months to get to this point of a lot of work. And so, yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Slow and steady. Thank you, sir. So I hope everybody can come out. I really do. I just hope, even if you can't come out Thursday, as he extended the opportunity, please just stop by and see what's going on. As you already know, I'm going to highlight the greatness that we have in the 5th district. Some people say take 5. I say tech 5. Tech 5. As anybody who knows the significance of what that would bring, I don't have to preach. I don't have to have a diatribe. I just gotta set policy to make things happen so we can welcome new and innovative ideas and companies to come right here. So we'll take that 7.4% and grow it. Yes, we will. So that being said, now Ms. Freeman, I want to, are you still with us?
I am.
Absolutely. Now I want to give you this opportunity to let people know what you have going on, and also to what monies is left, particularly for seniors and veterans, and if new monies came up. We're not going to talk about the other major issues because I know you don't have nothing to do with that. But go ahead, you have the floor.
You mentioned something about I have nothing to do with what? What was it?
I said the other major issues like sidewalks and everything else, like
Oh, okay.
right. I was just
Yeah.
realizing right.
Yeah. So my name is Jennifer Freeman. I had the pleasure of being on you all's, not last month's meeting, but what's this? So it must have been February that I was on and had an opportunity to introduce myself. I work with Chairman Rob Pitts, who is, of course, the chairman of Fulton County Board of Commissioners. And I usually try to come on and give you all some updates, kind of high level, because there's quite a bit going on in the county. And then I usually will share those the information that I do share. I will put the links in the chat. And also I've already put my contact information in the chat, and on the top, there's a link where you can sign up to Rob's Views, and those come out periodically. We try to get those out at least once a month. Also share if there are any press releases, I usually will include the link and maybe a quote in the press release. So I've kind of highlighted a few things that I think you all may be interested in. Although you all in the city of South Fulton, you all are still close to Greenbrier Mall. And so there is a brand new branch out at Greenbrier for the tag office. And it actually opened on the 28th, but the ribbon cutting will be tomorrow at 10 a.m. for those who are interested in attending. Also, I think it was last Monday, the chairman sent a press release out, and I just want to read a quote from it so that you all will understand where he stands on House Bill 1464. So House Bill 1464, and I'll just read the quote and then you'll understand what it's about. I have a great deal of respect for the GBI and respect their work, but this is another attempt by proponents of the big lie to have an impact on elections here in Fulton County, says Chairman Pitts. I will not sit by idly and let this happen. This has to do with this bill that passed, HB 1464, which has to do with there being more being police at the polls, and that there seems to be people think that there should be a need for this because of accusations that our elections are not fair. And so I just wanted to share that with you all. I will include the link, which has a full press release, and you can read more about that. I'm sure you all have probably heard that we have an interim elections director. Her name is Nadine Williams. So Richard Barron, who was our director of elections, his last day was on April 1st, I believe. And so there was a gentleman who was a sole finalist to take that position. He was offered that position, but within 24 hours, he actually took his name off of the list of being considered for the position. So Miss Nadine Williams will be our acting leader until we move forward on a selection process again for finding a permanent director. But we wanted to make sure that you all know that the county is ready for early voting as well as the primaries. And with that said, early voting for the upcoming primary starts May 2nd. It's from May 2nd through the 20th, from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Of course, at various selected locations. I will put the link in the chat so you know which locations for early voting. And the primary election is Tuesday, May 24th. I want to express something to you all that's very important. We've been hearing from residents, they've been receiving notices that their precincts have changed. And meaning that, let's say I live in the city of Atlanta and mine's changed to like downtown Atlanta. And that would be absolutely incorrect. And so what we've done is we're really trying to be proactive with the Secretary of State's office to make sure that we come up with a communications plan to rectify, to put a corrective action in motion for that, as well as we want to make sure that you all go to your My Voter page to check your voter status, as well as where your precincts are. It's very, very important that you start early with that. Okay. Let me see if I'm going to give you one more because there's just a lot of great things going on, but we just started an incentive program which expands the Fulton County vaccination program against COVID to the Fulton Central Library. So there are several locations where you can actually get your COVID shots. And I will put that link in the chat as well. Does anybody have any questions of me? Thank you so much for your attention. And I could go on and on and on, but I just recommend that you all check the Fulton County government Facebook page and our website, which is fultoncountyga.gov.
Did you
Thank you
say
for your attention.
at 9 a.m.?
Beg your pardon?
Did you say the early voting starts at 9 a.m.?
It starts at, let's see. Yep, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's from May 2nd through the 20th.
Thank you so much, Ms. Freeman. I appreciate you bringing. Does anybody else have questions?
Don't see any.
I have a question, but it's a topic that you haven't brought up, but maybe you can clarify it.
Yes.
Is there different types of are there multiple programs for Fulton County residents for rental and mortgage assistance, or is it one program that multiple people are getting you to register?
So if you're talking about the additional $25 million that was given for our rental assistance program, that is, and this is something that we had to clarify, particularly, it doesn't apply to you all because you all are not in the city of Atlanta, but if you have friends and residents who are in the city of Atlanta, they do not qualify for that program. It's only for other Fulton County residents outside of the city of Atlanta. And so does that answer your question, Ms. Leverett?
No, I'm trying to clarify if they've applied for rental assistance before, is there a different program that they're applying for now? Or if they've already applied, they can't apply. This is only for brand new people, or that's what I'm trying to get clear for people to understand.
Okay, yeah. So it's actually the same program, but that is a good question to ask. Can you apply for additional assistance? What I would recommend that they do, and would you like for me to put I'm going to go online real quick just to see, because it does say, it tells you how you qualify and who qualifies. And I'm going to see if that question can be answered once I go to the website. So I'll stay on this meeting and try to see if I can find that out for you. Okay.
Ms. Freeman, I have a question.
Yes,
you
sir.
may or may not know the answer to this,
Mm-hmm.
but is there any monies left for seniors? I know y'all have the senior program, and also too, I think they had a construction component, like if they needed a porch or they needed some stairs retouched up or done. That is that program active, and is there any money for the seniors?
Mm-hmm.
And same question for veterans, which is another separate pool of money.
Mm-hmm. So to answer your first question, as a matter of fact, Ms. Leverett, she asked that the last time I was here, and I was able to send her an email in reference to that. The program that you're talking about, there is a wait list. And so there are some other options that Fulton County refers to seniors in reference to home repairs. One, there are two of them. There is the Nehemiah organization. And let me see if I can find the other one. Let me go to the email that I sent Ms. Leverett. All right, so Nehemiah Project and then House Proud are two nonprofits that we've been referring seniors in reference to home repairs. I have to put a lot of stuff in the chat, so I'm going to start with this first. And it has their website and a telephone number and a kind of little snippet about their organization. So I can put that in the chat right now to answer that question. Your second question as it relates to veterans. These organizations also help veterans as well. And as far as now, the county just allocated a certain amount of money to assist veterans, organizations that service veterans. And so my understanding is that that program is still being hashed out. Whether that would mean that they're going to be allocating a certain dollars for housing for veterans, I do not know, but I can find out for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And can this administration, along with the 5th district's help and input, can we work directly with your office to get you a list of seniors who are in need of those home repairs? Like, for instance, some are homebound, some, is limited to the house because, they don't have stairs and they don't have enough for a handicap ramp. And I know how challenging that could be. So, but we want to just find every resource possible and come up with a list, prioritize it, and just attack those one by one, but to have working directly with this administration and community, working directly with your office to achieve that objective.
Oh, I love, that's a great idea. If you guys want to send a list of seniors that need this help, I think that will be good because I can forward it over to our housing program, the person who handles that, I forgot his name, because I know there is a wait list, but the thing is that to your point about seniors, we're not really wanting to ask them to make these calls or go online and fill out applications if we don't have to. If there's a way that we can facilitate it for them. I do this when I'm here in the office. I have seniors who call and I will call other municipalities on their behalf to help them. So if you want to send an email to jennifer.freeman@fultoncountyga.gov, and I put that information in the chat, you're more than welcome to do so.
Oh, you're so awesome. And speaking of that, you just reminded me of something. Did y'all get a grant recently for a senior companion? What is that like? And do y'all need volunteers for that?
Oh, you're talking about that program. Okay, so let me, because I shared that program before and it was reshared again. I'm going to go to Fulton County's Facebook page because it was posted again. And this program is, it's really not, well, actually you get paid. So it's not volunteer. I mean, you can volunteer if you want to, but this program, and I'm trying to find it while I'm talking with you.
Well, getting paid is a lot better too. So, what I mean? I'm just saying,
so, right. Yeah. So this, it's
I think it's a stipend. I don't think it's a full pay. I think it's like a stipend for gas and transportation and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I was, I want to see if I could put my hands on the full announcement because it gives a little bit more details, but It says that the program will provides eligible Fulton County seniors with high quality, supportive, and individualized services to help with daily tasks and improve social connection. So I'm going to click on this link because this link is this is a grant that we received from a huge organization that it is one of the largest volunteer organizations in the world. And of course, I don't see their name. And I'm trying to go here to see. Oh, wait, there it is. AmeriCorps. That's the name of the organization that gave us the grant to run this program. So it does say that say volunteers, assist seniors with household chores, grocery shopping, making appointments, and other chores within and outside of the senior's home. These efforts can help seniors remain in their homes and reduce social isolation. Volunteers serve as senior companions between 5 to 20 hours a week and may receive a stipend for their services. I can put the contact information. There's a telephone number, there's an email, telephone number, and of course the STAR line as well. Would you like for me to put that there in the chat as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm going to say to anybody on this call to definitely go out and spread the word. One thing that our young people need graduating high school are these community hours. And I'm just saying that ask them, do they want to be paired up with a senior? That's one thing is for sure, they'll get educated far more than the books can ever tell them. They get educated in a life and wisdom. And that senior can in turn get to, because he said isolation, she used the word isolation, Ms. Freeman did. And so that some of our seniors do feel isolated. But when you teach them how to get on Zoom and technology, as Facts of Thrive does with our senior tech class, I mean, have these kids pair up and they can interchange their generational learning as they get wisdom and they get to learn something new. And I don't have to tell you what it's like to see a senior with a new toy. It's like a kid in the candy store. It's exciting, but it's also bridging the gap through technology. And I think that this program can offer that as well, as I think that there's an opportunity there. So please share with all, or share with anybody who would hear and participate to volunteer for this companion program.
Councilmember, excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off. I wanted to.
I was right.
I didn't notice whether I'm sure there's some age limit. I just don't see it. So they would just have to email Mr. Bolden or call him.
Yeah.
Because they don't have an age. They don't say how old you have to, how actually the youngest you can be to be a volunteer. And I'm sure they probably do a background in some extensive training because you are going into seniors' homes and that type of thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I think that, there shouldn't be an age limit, but if it is, let's just go ahead and see if we can get a special privilege for the 5th, who all wants to help and do that, because it truly comes from the heart. And so we'll ask people to step up, and if they're willing to allow them.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. And
you're welcome. And the last thing I wanted to say, and I think this is really important for you guys to know about the Board of Commissioners meeting. There has been a date change because of the spring break. And so as opposed to the next board meeting being on April 6th, it's going to be on April 13th. So I just wanted to let you all know that as well.
Thank you so much, Ms. Freeman.
You're welcome. And thank you all so much for your attention.
Absolutely. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns? Anything related to what you heard tonight, or anything that you want to bring ex parte of that? This is the opportunity. The floor is yours.
Why is the next council meeting only virtual?
Excuse me?
Why is the next council meeting only virtual?
The council meeting or the work session? To answer the question is, stating the new data from the CDC, national, or these national reporting agencies. They say it could be a uptick in spreading this pandemic. Well, we do know that 1,300 people still die daily of this, and so that's the only reason I heard that they would have to have the council meeting and virtually, because to me, I mean, you have to have both. They have to all be virtual now. We have to go back to virtual, and I just don't believe in having one or the other. But y'all know the real issue to me is, the real issue on the table is, we're talking about getting everything else, but this council is homeless. I mean, we literally have no home. That's what's creating confusion. We have to bounce around to fit into the schedules of existing facilities where we can. So we do need to work on that as well. So, but to answer your question, it's the latest data from the CDC and national reporting agencies about this new strand.
Okay, so the second meeting, the council meeting, is going to be virtual too.
It would have to be,
Only.
sir. I mean, because next meeting we have in the work session on the 13th.
Yeah, as it listed, that one is virtual, but the next one, the council meeting, that one is not listed as only virtual. So you're telling me that every meeting so far going forward is going to be virtual for both of them?
I mean, sir, on its face, that's just what I mean. You're using data to not come to a work session. That same data not to come to a council meeting. Just please, I just can't rationalize that in my head, as I would have to be that both of them would be, because unless it's a chance that it could happen only every 4 weeks, which just so happens to be on work session. I just totally disagree with that, but however, I will, because I did ask our attorney to opine on this, and he said they sent a response. So I'm gonna get that, because I don't even think that's just me personally, but I'm not gonna offer an opinion. I'm just gonna wait on giving the facts and what the attorney says. And so but that just doesn't even cut the mustard. So, but yes, sir, I will let you know. I will get back with you on that. So, matter of fact, Ms. Leverett, have that those questions so we can follow up, and that will begin next week with the follow-up items to these questions. Thank you so much.
I will do that.
Okay, so is there anybody else? Anything else? Well, that's being said, it is 7:41, and I want to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to come join this call. If you didn't get anything, I hope you got informed. And as you know, I'd like to leave with say something. Oh, I do want to say this. Oh man, my goodness, I would be remiss. As May 2nd is voting for the city of South Fulton, the day after we celebrate our 5th anniversary. And so we do turn 5, and that'll be the best gift that you can give to the city after you go to church and then celebrate with us, please feel free on Tuesday to cast your vote for who you feel like can take us to the next level. And so that is key. And
Vote for what?
Announcements too.
I
have a couple announcements before you go.
Okay. But I'll do it because I was getting to Fairwood Elementary as I read to these kids, and I'll just tell you that's one of the greatest joys I have of this career opportunity. I call myself an elected volunteer. And so one of the greatest joys is they last week then the last couple of weeks, they had started running student body elections, and they had a campaign. They had candidates and met the candidates, and I went up there on the day of voting, and I'll just tell you, they put all their energy into this, and just remarkable how it turned out. And there's a couple of future bright stars who you can just see it's in them. They have the it factor, particularly for this, as our future is bright, and they just give you a little hope. And they had their first meeting last Thursday. I think they have another one this Wednesday, and I'm going to try to make that one as well. But I just say that kudos and congratulations to our young people for preliminary, just exercising the right to vote as little peoples and just seeing how it is. But to impart knowledge upon them and tell them how they can take it and be that change, I tell you, that's one of the greatest joys ever. And so if anybody knows anybody go to Fairwood, tell them, give them a 5-star and a high five, because that's just awesome. Go ahead, Ms. Levy, with the announcements.
Good evening, everybody. I want to let you know that State Representative Mandisha A. Thomas is promoting an essay contest for Earth Day. The deadline to apply for the environmental essay contest is April 12th, and it is a $500 project scholarship. I'll post it because we're getting ready to hang up. You may have to call me or email me to get the link. Matter of fact, we'll put it on the social media. How about that? They are also going to be giving away trees on Earth Day, and they're going to be giving them away on Old National. So I think you have to sign up to get a tree. So we'll be posting those flyers starting tomorrow. So prepare for that. What else we have? We are in the process of planning an event for May 1st. Councilman Reeves knows more details about it. The family. Councilman Reeves, what is the family's name?
It's the Barlow family, and they're around the community. Last year they lost their nephew, and so May 2nd was declared in honor of a proclamation in honor of him, this young man who inspired so many youth. As when I went and attended the funeral, even the pastor had to stop and say, this is about as many young people I've seen in the church at one time in almost 20 years. And that kind of spoke volumes, but this young man did inspire that, and they called and want to celebrate that. And just so happens that Sunday is May 1st, and they want to do it. So we had a storyteller coming. So we're just going to do it in conjunction as we celebrate this young man's life, as his influence is still going to reign true, because we're going to ensure that on anniversary every year that these young people are, going to be able to register to vote, able to vote, and able to cast their ballots, and give them a little bit of education on voting and the importance of it. So as this young man's legacy carries on. So that's the Barlow family. So we just talking about a few of the details today. It's going to be at Burdett Park in the field area. So, and that's on May 1st, along with the storyteller we had last year come, but only 2 people showed up, but he still did it. And I just said, I want to just, for him doing that, just bring it back And these two things just happened today organically. And so I think that this is a good mix as it brings culture to the people, particularly the youth, as what he does is for the youth, the storyteller, because you have to come see it, and he does it in a rhythmic beat. So it's going to be pretty awesome. And that's our anniversary. That's our birthday. And then the next day, you go exercise your right to go vote.
We also have a small business summit that we're in the process of finalizing for April 30th, which will be at the Burdett gym from 10 to 2. And that is going to be for startup businesses, people that want to start their business. We'll have one in the fall in August for existing business. So we're going to start with the set that need to learn how to set up a business legitimately. So if you know someone who keeps saying they want to get a business started, it's free. So they need to get ready to come on out and get some details. Oh, I just got a call today. Goodwill has some slots for people who want to work on their business plan, and the class is free. It is starting next Tuesday. So contact me if you know someone who wants to take it. As far as I'm aware of, it is going to be on Zoom.
So these entrepreneurs who want a business and they told me they ain't got no funding or existing business. So, hey, that business plan, that's what you have to go get that extra funding that you may need to carry your business forward. So please take advantage of it, because the price point seems about right, free. And so that's, I think, is great. And thanks Goodwill for, because they do bring those programs. And so awesome. Well, all hearts and minds are clear. Say something you love about South Fulton and carry forth as change is coming. It's the slowest tortoise pace, but I can promise you it's moving. It's not stopped. It's not stagnant, but you will feel the effects of it as we just carry on. Cannot give up, cannot give in. We can only progress forward. Thank you all again for taking time out of your day and joining us. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love you, and you can't do nothing about it. Good evening.
Thanks, Councilman. Thank you.
Thanks, Councilman Reeves. Thanks, Ms. Leverett. Appreciate your service. Bye-bye.
Thank you.